Okay, welcome back. And today on Why Xbox is Better Than PlayStation, we have to do a second part of this stream as my game decides, you know what, we're going to kill your console as well as your game. But we are back, JACKOCAR, round 9, here for Zandvoort, first race in the Netherlands we've had. I'm still here, oh my, console apparently is still alive, Jacko's here as well. Hello again, Jacko.
Hello everyone. Just putting the new tweet out.
And we are just getting ready then for the restart because, yeah, well I say restart, the race never actually started, did it? So,
It did not.
Yeah. That's a bit annoying. Right then, let's just hope this all works perfectly this time, and I'm still a bit worried about the, what do you call it? Safety car. This could be quite a day for F1 2020 glitches. But, you know, I was talking to one of the eSports drivers the other day, and he says, again, that he got his eSports version of the game, and he says all the problems on it are fixed. Of course, we're never going to get that version. But it is just annoying that we know that a working version of the game is out there, and it's not going to be out there for the rest of us, so we're stuck with this. No wonder eSports is always a good thing. That's why Codemasters keep getting away with it. I would ask him to call them out, but then he gets fired.
Mad to think that they've had 10 years. Just let that sink in.
It's our 11th game now on the console. We're not going to count the Wii.
Nope.
That's...
The Wii was a glorified yoga mat.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Mind you, you could use the Mario Kart wheel on it.
True.
It's better motion control than we have now, anyway. Anyway. Back on the overcast conditions. Dry overcast. It is not going to rain. But we are going to have effectively the same track condition. Everyone will have fresh tyres now. So the top 10's tyres, they'll just be new. Won't make too much of a difference, I don't imagine. No, knowing how we tend to go with these races, there'll be some sort of chaos or anarchy somewhere that'll knock up someone in the top 10.
Yeah.
If anybody actually.
Mr. John, sorry, just did a cracking job getting the lobby set up, ready for us to go again. So everybody is in the same position that they were in, and there is another formation lap to get this race underway.
Oh no! Oh, what the... Jamie! I hate you.
I think that's the game.
Nah, Jamie, I hate you. I'm blaming Jamie for this. Arnold
True, it is easier to blame it, Jamie.
Arnold hasn't changed, has it? What about Yuri's? Is it still orange? Yeah,
Yep.
it's still orange. Jamie! See, it's because I told him I didn't like that livery anymore. Damn. We've got a few WTFs going on in the chat. In the JACKOCAR chat, not the YouTube chat. Don't go looking for WTFs, you're not going to find them. Right, let's see what the tyres are. I wonder if that's what they're complaining about. Yeah. What? Jacko, look at this.
Hello.
We've got some cheaters.
We do have some cheaters.
Yuri's cheated, Paul has cheated, and Arnold have cheated. I can't believe this. They're saying it's everyone else's fault because the game wouldn't let them choose softs.
To be honest, I believe that, because this game last night, in the wet, wouldn't let us select wet tyres on the grid.
Right, so we won't penalise that one if they can give proof that it wasn't their fault. I guess you can probably tell them that actually, Jacko, so they don't go and have a fit before the race starts. That's who was an angry mob into turn 1. Mind you, that's hopefully if we can get to turn 1 this time. As they all come round again to finish the formation lap for the second time today. I've had this happen on career mode once or twice, or my team, sorry, where it has genuinely stuck me on the wrong tyre, so I do think that's a game glitch.
Yeah.
But here we go then, lining up on the grid once again. Again, no one's on the hards. That'll all be for the second stint, maybe third stint. Depends if you have any accidents, really. It should be soft, medium, or soft, medium, soft, or something like that. Medium, soft, something along those lines. And then Yuri, medium, soft, or medium, hard. But here we go.
News just in as well, J-Luke confirming that he was originally running the wrong livery, which is why he has now switched back to that.
Alright. Well, that's a bit annoying. Right then. We are going to get lights this time, I hope. Here we go. Glitch lights, but they're lights. 5
Lights.
on the gantry, and when they go out, we will be underway at Zandvoort. Good start for J-Luke. It's set to see a few falling back. We got horrendous camera angles at turn 1. That's not very useful. We're pretty wide, and everything's been jumbled up. I think I'll be able to catch it now. I think there's been a bit of contact in there as well. Someone's in the gravel trap. I think it's Baza. But we have got someone in the lead, and there's all sorts going on. There's a bit more contact. I genuinely don't know anyone's position, and there's just carnage. There's stuff flying everywhere. But who, what, and why, and where? Codemasters.
Flags out on my screen.
I don't get it. Yeah, there's blue flags everywhere. There's Yuri passing someone. I think that's Peach who's broken his front wing.
Yep.
Well, we definitely know that much. There's a few more wings flying out somewhere. I'm pretty sure Jenny is still in the lead, and Kyle's still second with Arnold third. Has Khalifa got damage? No. Jordan up there. Paul, good. Yuri, good. Pete in trouble. There is Splinter behind him. Camo Babu's okay. Dexter's broken the wing. We've got OKK trying to get by, but there's also Connor at the inside. That looks a lot closer from that angle, but he's alright.
Oh, but G up the inside of Jordan here into the final turn.
That's
Nothing
not
doing there, but he's looking racy.
Maybe into turn 1 he can have a try.
Absolutely, he's flying.
Is he on overtake? I can't tell. Oh, Kyle. Kyle's... Nope, he's not falling through it. It's the game. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Where's... Right, so he's... The game...
Is Kyle.
The game says he's 6th, but he is 2nd.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. No, I've got to follow this with a lag, because I said this in the PSGR I did the other day, and everyone was like, yeah, we see it too. There's a lot of lag on some of the camera angles around here, and there's nothing we can do about it. So you have to deal with it. We can't do anything about it. And it's annoying, but again, that's something we brought up in testing. It happened on Austria in the beta. Did they do anything? Of course not. And I know it says Paul's got DRS, he doesn't. It's only lap 2. It is not lap 3. Ignore that, that's wrong as well. But luckily we haven't done the safety car yet. So, you know, count your blessings and all that. We have got one good thing going our way. It's the fact that we haven't got a safety car yet. But mind you, we've got Jordan trying to pass Khalifa, so that might well change in a minute. Again, not DRS, but you could have tried an overtake button, but I don't think there's going to be anything happening there into turn 1. And now it's lap 3. Now you can use the DRS as Dexter finally makes his pit stop. Surprised he didn't do that on the last lap, but I guess better late than never. And that's Yuri's 7th at the moment. He's kept it nice and clean. He's on the back of this 4-way train for P4. He must be feeling pretty good at that start, actually.
Yeah, not too bad, all things considered. I just wonder if the slight delay between qualifying and the actual start of the race there got into the drivers' heads a little bit, may have affected their preparation.
Connor's left the session now. Oh, that's going to be a collision, yeah. Bit of a collision. Obviously, no ghosting when you retire, or when you leave, sorry. Few have hit him, but I think they've all got away with no damage, luckily. Mind you, they're still trying to come past, and the AI are horrendous, so...
John makes a move on MK Bourne as well. I think he must have damage there.
MK Bourne did hit him, but I didn't see any damage from it. And look at that, we've got Baza off the track, and oh, that's contact. And then you'll see TC coming through. Connor's car really causing a bit of chaos there. Nothing they can do about that, though. Here comes Jordan on the outside of Khalifa into turn 1. Nice and easy, that one in the end, for P4. MK Bourne is into the pit lane. Oh, man. That's a shame.
Nightmarish start. Oh, big names down there as well.
Yeah, very.
Early stops. MK Bourne, Pete, Dexter, Cloud, of course, Newgarden was a reserve.
Still, the big S names are still at the front. J-Luke and Kyle, obviously DRS 9.
He's gone for a spin, he's in the wall. Wing damage only. And that's just off the racing line as well. as Connor rejoins the session.
Pretty big wing damage though, all things considered.
Yeah.
That's red damage, I'd imagine, on the right hand side.
Sure.
And that is another sort of big name going down. And as he said, he's not guaranteed his spot in the playoffs yet, and that's not really the way to go about doing so.
He's doing a good job, but like you say, he's not there yet. He can afford maybe a mistake like this as long as he recovers well, but not where he wants to be, which is going backwards. It's a man who finished 4th overall last season, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in a reserve position for a while, but then eventually came into his own, and well, worked out in the end. Now, Splinter's also in a front wing change look. Maybe he got caught up in the aftermath of the incident.
Splinter all week has been struggling with this track in practice, and I think either that is he's either done something the same as Jordan, or he's caught the back of someone. But either way, it doesn't mean he's going to like the track any more than he already did.
Corners
leaves
left
the session
again.
He's going to be running out of invites soon.
So Carl then is in DRS, and that's great and wonderful, but is there any way to actually get past? Turn 1's an option, but it isn't easy. These two are the top drivers in this tier. So this isn't like a quick driver passing a slow driver. This is two guys effectively at the top of their game. And so what would you imagine would be an easy DRS overtake might not be that simple actually. And they will sit there probably for quite a long time waiting for them to happen. Now,
Bazza and John going at it.
Yeah. Saw they were in position, saw it was also quite close on the map. CC up to P12 now. He will make it P11 with this if he can get through. Had to think about it on the inside of the last corner and does get it on the exit, so that's now P11 for TC. Good start for him so far.
John running the wall in that final turn, trying to take the Tony Stewart line, but he loses out to TC there, who next on his hit list is Bazza. TC, and very well.
Paul McGuinness is right on the back of Khalifa right now, and I've jinxed it. A bit wide. Very easy to lose it if you get caught on that curve, because it does just sort of drag you out and then you'll spin, but he actually got away with it okay. It was fine. We've lost the gaps again. Oh, for goodness sake. I guess that's looking at the map. I don't know if Kyle's he's not. Well, maybe he is, I don't know. It's hard to tell what they're doing the RS.
We might finally get a battle between these two today.
Doesn't look like it though. Here comes Paul.
Last season, Owen has. Will that Paul overtake the lead there?
Well, outside line tends to be actually sort of better if you can nail it, but he didn't really nail it at all there, Paul. You might well set up for turn 3 though. Catch Khalifa off guard. There is a lock-up, but no way through for Paul. TC though, top 10.
Remember last season where with Khalifa, Arnold and Pete, we wanted to battle with them. Oh, Paul's just going back to Khalifa. And they didn't battle until towards the end of the season. I just wonder if Kyle and J-Lud are going to give us the same sort of thing here. Connor retires.
Paul, what the? What? Why? Why would you do that?
That's a safety car.
It's not going to get... I haven't got the graphic. Is it a safety car or...?
Yeah, it's a safety car.
Thanks, Codemasters, for telling me. Okay, we have a safety car out then. Paul effectively did that on purpose. By the looks of it, didn't really attempt to take that corner. Oh, his controller died. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Paul. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, but it sure as hell didn't look like you were dying a controller. A controller dying. But anyway, pit stops. Leaders in the pits.
J-Lud going to beat out Kyle comfortably.
Yep. Although it's Kyle on the softs, interestingly, for his second stint. Going to shake it up a little bit. I like it.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody's going to take advantage of this. People like Dexter.
Yuri got away. Yuri has gone on a hard. He will go to the end on these. Not going to mess about with these pit stops in green flag stuff. He'll do one under the safety car.
These at the back of him. Will they pit? And not showing any signs of it yet.
Yeah, a few of them are staying out, obviously.
MK Born will. This is clever.
Yeah, it is, because it gets that setting stuff out of the way, doesn't it? No.
Yep. Can the mediums go to the end?
Not from here, I don't think. I think you need a few more laps. Maybe another safety car and we need to get to the end from here.
Be interesting to keep our eyes on the young German driver then.
So it is J-Luke at the front. And yes, that is the safety car. I know we haven't got a graphic on the screen. I couldn't tell you for the life of me why we don't. Ask Codemasters again, I guess. I mean, what else do you want me to say, really? I've said it plenty of times before. And obviously we're hoping none of these guys are clumsy. You made it very clear that your drivers will not make the safety car glitch happen, and it looks like you might have actually been right about that.
I have the best drivers in eSports.
Yes. Now, will it tell me when the safety car goes in? That would be useful information. Not this lap, obviously.
I should be able to get that information for you. A few of these drivers looking to pit. Oh, trying to dummy. That was Yori. Almost tempted Bazza into the pit lane.
Let's just see who has made their second stop then. Bazza hasn't even made his first stop. But it is
doing this, doesn't he?
Yeah, it doesn't ever work though. But the three that have made their two stops. And keep going. New Garden and Pete, and what are they on exactly? They are on mediums, hards and hards. So they all should get to the end. Maybe MK4 might need a bit of time management and maybe another safety car, but he should get there. Certainly New Garden and Pete are intending on getting there.
MK Born might be going for the late charge on softs to try and pick up that extra playoff point for fastest lap, because that playoff point will be more useful to him than a regular season point.
It could be doing that, it could be.
Providing he makes good time. End of this lap home, we'll get our first stage winner.
And that should be J-Luke, unless something goes catastrophically wrong.
Of course, J-Luke has won 3 stages in the past, and Kyle tied Khalifa for the record last week, so they're both on 8 stage wins all time.
Only 3?
Only 3.
You wouldn't think it'd be that low. I guess this is his first season here and he had to go against Carl, I guess. But you'd think
he did 3 or 4 races last season.
Well, I mean, first full season, you know what I mean? First as a full timer, you didn't maybe expect a few more being right up there in the championship, but I guess not. Is safety car going in, by the way? It looks it.
No notification from me.
And well, the safety car's miles down the road, so I'll assume we're going to see it come in.
The collision at the back of the grid, apparently.
Oh.
New Garden hitting MK Born, no damage.
No penalties either. But we are going
a restart
again, and look at Kyle on those softs. He wants to get a move on. J-Luke will get the stage point, but will Kyle get the lead into turn 1? He's going to give it a go, and J-Luke effectively is going to let him through. What the frick was that all about, man? Some fight, please. We just didn't bother defending. And Mr. Jones in the pits.
Oh, J-Luke over. He just about picked up that stage win as well, by the way. I was so far on his rear tail. His rear tail? His tail, I should say.
Oh, he's had another wee slide. And Arnold's going up the inside! Oh, that could be so close to contact if you get that one wrong. But J-Luke, he just hasn't heated up the tyres, or maybe he's overheated them. I don't really know what's going on with him at the minute. Just struggling so much, and Kyle nearly, yeah, 1.5 seconds clear. So weird. Will he struggle again here, I wonder? Let's ride on board. Oh, hold on. He looks okay now, J-Luke. I hope. Although he's had to waste all his ARS on this lap, just to make sure he doesn't get into trouble. And, well, Yuri doing quite well. He's lucky that he's got Bazza behind him, isn't he, really?
Is Bazza can be a blockade, if anything, for Yuri.
So,
Yuri will take a P5. I was saying to him earlier.
He's taking a P1 at this rate.
He will. Oh yeah, he's a joker, isn't it?
Yeah, he's taking P1 as it stands pretty comfortably. And with Bazza behind, no one could really pose much of an attack because they'll be too busy trying to get by him, you'd imagine, because his tires would go off before everyone else's would. Long before everyone else's would.
Yuri's never finished in the top 5, by the way. In 23 previous starts.
Something tells me that's going to change. I mean, we were saying this before, he's shown some decent form of late, hasn't he? And
yeah,
being on the
since he's got his new wheel, he's been up there.
Yeah. It shows some people actually can adapt to the wheel quite quickly. Don't know who I'd be talking about there, of course, for not adapting. But
Yuri, of course, was already on a wheel, but he's just gone to a better wheel, and it's really helped him.
Right then, DRS will be on the next lap, or well, this lap now, lap 12. Cleefett has a look on the inside of Arnoud. As we've kept saying, I mean, anytime these two end up near each other, there tends to be an airplane crash or maybe just a small little tap. But either way, something happens and something flies off. It's quite an explosive pairing, these two.
They love racing each other, though.
Oh, they absolutely do. They have good fun with it. We have good fun with it. Everyone has good fun with it. But let's see how they go about this latest edition of their fight. Probably the first one we've seen on 2020. I don't know if they had much in Australia. I wasn't there for that one. But certainly here, they're going to give it some. DRS, like I say, is now enabled, and Khalifa will get it on Arnoud. Yuri just outside it, but if these two start fighting, he'll be right into it.
I think Yuri would be happy in not being part of it, providing Baza stays behind him.
Final corner. Should be Khalifa getting past here. Arnoud heavily defensive to the inside line. Will he blend back over to the racing line? Yes, he will. Khalifa, no way through as a result. Camo Babu gets by Baza. 2.1 seconds to get to Yuri ahead. But Khalifa is still right on Arnoud's rear. ERS, Arnoud has more. But Khalifa might just get a good toe all the way up here, and it'll just keep him nice and close. This is going to be some fight, I feel. And we've got a yellow flag. OKK's gone. No, has he beached it? No, he hasn't beached it. He's alright. We're just waiting to get around. You always sort of worry when you see the wheels spin like that. Now, has he got any damage? It's hard to tell from my camera.
I would check Tass for you, but Tass isn't keeping up this week.
Yeah, he's okay, no damage. Got some more side by side. Bill having a look on Jordan, but let's go back up to Khalifa and Arnoud because we're going to get ready for another chance at a move. Maybe not the move itself, but we'll see. And yeah, he'll have it this time. Unless Arnoud does something very clever, there's going to be no way of him keeping this position now. You'll see Khalifa blend back over, but right back down the inside. Arnoud puts him under pressure. Little bit of wheel binding, but Khalifa does get the job done, and he's up into P3 as Baza loses a position to Splinter. Jordan and Bill have still been fighting, and it is Jordan at the minute who's come out on top of that.
Tass registering Jordan as the race leader currently. That is incorrect.
Yeah, that is wrong.
Somewhat.
A bit wrong, yeah.
That's safety car, Owen. That's helped out people like Splinter, Dexter and Jordan now. All in the top 10 now. All position.
Yeah, I still think the person who helped the most really was Yuri. As long as he can keep within a good gap, he should have a good chance of a very good result. Win, I mean, the win should be there, theoretically, but we'll see.
And wouldn't that be a popular win? Even, dare I say, more popular than last week.
I'd say it would be more popular than last week. I mean, a home victory as well, this would be.
Oh, and 10 playoff points with it being a Joker win, if it happens.
Yeah. It'd be a very, very good good day for him. And especially with DRS moves being pretty much the only way to get by here, and even that not being a certainty. As long as he does keep his nose clean, keeps him in that pit window, he might well just do it as well. So we'll see.
And it's coming up to halfway through this race. It's gone quite quick.
Yeah.
He's in a very good place. But before we say too much, let's not jinx him. Move away. See if Arnold can catch up to Khalifa. J-Luke is gradually losing ground to Kyle.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what happened on his restart, but he just had no grip whatsoever, and it's costing him again. He must be getting so sick of this, seeing P2.
He'll be absolutely so pleased that he got that inaugural race win at the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be free regardless, though, wouldn't he? But
yeah, for sure. But he's got that comfort knowing he doesn't have to fight or scrap for points.
Here comes Arnold. I had a look, couldn't quite do it. Mind you, we have got a point in his side because I'm sure he wants us to. We have got J-Luke on record, don't we? Saying that Kyle's not going to win this finale.
Yes.
He's so sure of it, he got us to record it.
Kyle will not win the championship when it comes down to Brazil. That's of course Kyle makes it, he should, but
it's a bold prediction to make for J-Luke. I mean, he says that, but that doesn't necessarily mean he thinks he'll win it, I guess. But I'm
brave,
sure
it's brave for a man with no form.
I guess. Mind you, the dominant driver last season, I don't know if you could really count. Could you count Khalifa? I think you count him as maybe the favourite, and he didn't win it.
Yeah, but look at this. Arnold won the regular season, entered the playoffs 29 points up, and then didn't even make the championship 5. So
yeah.
it really means very little until you're actually in that championship race. Of course, this season, an extra round and an extra race as we expand from 16 to 17. This is round 9, one more of the regular season, and then we're into the playoffs again.
First pistol that'll be, won't it, for Baza? And like I say, don't really get why this strategy, why he think it would work, because he'll fall to the rear of the pack now, thanks to this. But oh well. I think Bill's just been taken twice into one corner, and I see a bit of gravel on his tyres. I wonder if he did just dip a wheel onto it on the exit of turn 1.
So, Owen, a live update for you. If Yuri wins this race, it will put Pete into 11th position in the standings.
Speed replaces speed. It'll also probably be...
Connor's out as well, so Pete is really in the mud. Khalifa's sideways in Sector 3.
It would also be by far the best speed performance all season, wouldn't it?
It would.
We've had a rubbish season so far, unfortunately. But as you say, Khalifa was sideways, and Arna hasn't got much ERS, so he sort of knows it's now or never for P3. Down the inside he goes, very late on the brakes, goes a bit deep. Khalifa tries to do the over and under, and this is going to be risky. Down the inside into turn 2. We don't really see them trying it too much, but we know how much these two enjoy their fighting, and they're certainly giving it a good go. Side by side all the way up the hill now. And I think Arnold is sort of done for now. I don't think he'll risk it on the inside here, will he? No, he'll just pull back into his slipstream and try again another time, but has he got the ERS to do so? Actually, they're both effectively screwed on ERS, so they might be alright actually to keep fighting for a bit longer.
Arnold, of course, last week made it through to the playoffs on points, so he can afford to take risks tonight and next week. Khalifa only a reserve driver, but with everybody involved in the standings, he would be P12 overall, and he's only raced 2 races. Mad, isn't it?
It is
a win and a second place.
And it would be a 3rd place at the minute if we finished the race right now. Speaking of points, etc., we did see Kyle there just pick up the playoff point.
Yep. So 1 apiece, and that stage win for Kyle puts him 1st all time, ahead of Khalifa now.
As long as he's having a good time, but I wouldn't mind him slowing down a little bit and losing. But what's the gap to Yuri? Because the pit lane loss, we think, is somewhere about 16, I'm seeing, from places. And right now, Yuri is 11.9 behind the race leader. Perhaps this won't be a win, but certainly the podium would be viable still. It's just worth keeping an eye on. I'm sure in the back of Yuri's head, he must be thinking that he's got a very good chance of winning his race. I mean, a safety car now could put him in that position. We'll see, though. We'll see.
But a restart on those hards, will he get his tyres up to temperature? We saw J-Luke struggle on the mediums.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. We'd have to wait and see on that, if it even happens. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Right now, we're all in green flag racing, and Yuri's gap is becoming smaller and smaller. Well, his window to take the lead is becoming smaller and smaller. As Dexter hits, that's 15 laps on the mediums. You can go much further than that, but if you're doing a two-stop, there's no real point going much further. Unless you want to do soft, which he doesn't. I feel we're sort of just waiting for someone to happen now, and that, well, the thing's happened. Who is that? Is it OKK? Has hit the wall, or who hit the wall? I think OKK, someone hit the wall.
Dexter was coming out of the pits when that happened.
Oh, I saw some bits of front wing. Is it Bill? Bill. Bill's crashed and he's got a puncture and it's blown up. No, that's really dangerous if anyone hits him. Airplane accident if they manage it, and it's such a difficult one to avoid if anyone catches him. Because you have to go so slowly. So he's lost it, I assume, when the turn one hit the wall, and the debris from his own car has punctured him. Now, will he get back to the pits before the race leader gets there, who is now J-Luke, because Kyle has made his second pit stop and Yuri has beaten him out of the pits. Not by much, but he is ahead. As Bill recovers from the gravel, he's now leaving tons of gravel on the track. He's pushing too hard. It certainly gets into his braking zone. He's just going to miss the corner, you'd imagine. But I guess it's maybe easier with a front puncture rather than a rear puncture. But you're saying it's a total nightmare to deal with. Luckily, he's got two right-handers now to finish the lap. The left-handers are the difficult ones when you've got a front right puncture. So he should be able to get back without messing up anyone behind. That was Mr. John and then J-Luke as well catching. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for Bill on his brawn livery. Yep. Will he get it slowed down? Yes, he will, but he is. Hooray for a safety car now.
That pit stop from Kyle, I do believe it is an overpowered undercut here, isn't it? Not that he needs it, so once J-Luke hits again, Kyle should be quite in front further than he was before.
Yeah, but J-Luke will be going on to the sauce, won't he? That's sort of the whole point of Kyle saying earlier. Yuri, of course, defending, he knows this is fourth position, so I mean that could help J-Luke as well. Because Yuri, this is a genuine fight for the win right now. He's in. He can't deny it, we can't deny it. He's got to keep this man behind somehow.
P4 is actually net first.
It is, yeah.
You're not reading it wrong.
Because Yuri is on a joker, so he does not have to pit again in this race. And so that means he is in a position to lead the thing. And, well, like I say, it's so difficult to pass on here, but you can see Kyle's got so much more confidence on the inside. Shows himself. Kyle, maybe playing his cards a bit too early there, because now Yuri's going to sort of know he's got to be protective everywhere. He can't really be caught too much off guard anymore, but now with the DRS, Kyle is going right round the outside. Yuri will break late. This is all helping J-Luke out with these two fighting away, slowing each other down. But Kyle does get into what is still the net race lead at the minute. But will Yuri be able to come back? Because Kyle used a lot of ERS there. And Yuri knows again this is for the lead in the race. He can't just let his own go like it's nothing. And Kyle is out of the ERS as Yuri comes back at him onto the inside line. Tried to dummy. Will he make it work? This is great racing, super driving from the two of them. There's Mr. John coming in the pits as well, just to confuse it further. If we go side by side, it's effectively three wide now, and it is Kyle who comes out on top. What a brilliant few corners those two had, though. Fantastic racing.
Great battle from those two. I think these two are opposite ends of the standings as well, and they can still mix it with each other. That's fantastic.
This is it. This is a position that's so important for Yuri. I mean, it's brave to fight for it like that, and it's impressive to see he's got the balls to do it as well. So fair play. Let's hope that this might give J-League a bit of encouragement now, because he'll be into the pits in the next few laps with some softs, you'd imagine, and then we'll see what he's got. That little fight, as entertaining as it was, could have played J-League beautifully into the race winning position at the end, perhaps when he's on the better tyres, and a bit closer than he maybe expected that he would be.
Yep, as are now pits.
Right, so now Splinter is on tail of Yuri for P4. Has he pitted again? Let's see.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, the highest
Arnold is the next guy, yeah.
Is Arnold, yeah. So the podium, as we sort of said, is still there for Yuri, even if he isn't going to win it. Podium, he'll take it. Right. So, having seen Arnold pit, will J-Luke now do the same? He could save some ARS as well by doing that. It's down to nothing. He would benefit with a pit stop at this moment. Stop Kyle catching as well. He's now got a clear track. He will probably be going for the fastest lap as we speak, which means that J-Luke will be losing time to him. Will we see him peel off into the pit lane? No. I don't know if that's the best strategy.
Enjoying leading a race for a change, isn't it?
I don't think he'll be enjoying the results though when he ends up coming out of the pits to find he's lost so much time. As Khalifa now puts on the softs. Where's he going to come out then in relation to Arnold? Obviously that is an Arnold undercut still. So they could be quite close on the pit lane exit. A good exit for Arnold. Could put in a position to turn 3, but I'm not sure he will be in a position, as Khalifa has a pretty sizable slide there.
Arnold's tyres will be warmed up as well, so he has the advantage for a lap, but then Khalifa should be able to defend from there.
They're both going to be catching Camubalo as well. Or that's Bill actually, sorry, that's Bill. Camubalo might pit before they get there, but they certainly would catch Bill on this lap. That could distract these two a little bit, as Bill has a wee slide, gets out of their way quite nicely though. And they obviously will both be trying to catch Yuri at the end, so that will be a good fight to look forward to. J-Luke into the pits now. Gets it nicely slowed down. His team, did you see how quickly they came out there? Sonic speed that was.
Another glitch? Or are they just athletes?
They're absolute athletes, my friend. That is incredible. But it hasn't really helped J-Luke out, has it? He's miles behind. But he's on the softs now. So will he be in a position to start catching? And we'll obviously have to keep an eye on the gap between Khalifa and Yuri as well. Now, Newgarden, he has made his second stop, didn't he? He did it under the safety car. This is a genuine P6 for him as well. Him and Yuri making their two stops. Well, their different strategies work at the minute. So Newgarden, if he can keep this, a very nice result could be on the cards for him.
It's a great day out that is for Newgarden. Pete recovering to 10th with 3 stops to his name as well, doing just enough, because Yuri, even with the P3 finish, won't overtake Pete.
Certainly could create a tense next round, wouldn't it, with it being so close for that final spot, or the final spots anyway. Now,
the gap would be 13 points if it finished as it is.
Yuri's pitted.
Oh.
Right, so I guess he doesn't fancy his own strategy then. I don't know, waste of a joker there, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still gonna come out P5. Maybe he sort of saw the inevitable. Or will he actually? Or will Spencer undercut him? Spencer has undercut him.
Newgarden is his teammate, so he won't challenge that.
Do you know, actually, thinking about this, Yuri maybe sort of thinks that he would have ended up P5 anyway, but he has lost a position now. If he gets back by Splinter, then I guess you'll say, oh, that's justified, but if he doesn't, that would be a bit, maybe not justified, but anyway. It's not.
Yuri knows enough about Splinter. Splinter will not defend aggressively, so he should be able to sneak through there at some point, maybe on the run down to turn 1 where most of the overtaking is done.
I think we should
out of question.
stop talking about this pointless fight for P5 because we got a rather more interesting fight for P1. Have you seen how close this is?
Yes.
Nearly 2
Almost
seconds
down
in
to
2
second.
laps. And as I was saying about these soft tyres, even though Kyle had lost some time in the fighting, he had got a good gap, but Jake on the better tyres is now reeling him in, and Kyle, for once, well actually for the second week in a row, wouldn't it be, is facing this sinking feeling, knowing that he's not going to be winning this race at the moment as it stands. As Newgarden now fits as well, don't we understand why they're fitting so early on these tyres? They can get there, or at least risk it, you know? But oh well, I can't judge, I guess. Let them do their own thing. But yeah, the second week in a row.
Helps out Pete. It helps out Pete in the battle against Connor for the playoffs.
Kyle will be using this view quite a lot in the next few laps, I'd imagine. But yes. Obviously, we also got Arnold and Khalifa as well, so plenty of fights out there. Certainly worth sticking around for. The
Yeah, this Ray will be the bubble driver overtaking Connor for P11. So we go into Austria looking to finalise those final few places next week. Still got to finalise them tonight. Splinter's being held up by Bill here, Owen.
Yep. Bill gets out of the way eventually. Splinter might well get some DRS off that, and he does, but look at the run that Yuri's got now towards turn 1. Using all the ERS he's got. Again, could be one of his only opportunities. He's going a little right round the outside, a little bit of wheel binding as well. Can he force his way through? Not at the moment, but he's still trying to set himself up for some sort of sneak into turn 3 perhaps. Maybe going to look for the exit. A good exit, using the ERS as well. A nice run, but is there any way to get through? A risky one for sure. Yellow flags for someone. I don't know who that is. Not sure.
Wow.
I can't really
No.
check.
MK Bourne, I think.
He's got a white car behind. You could be right about that one. Either way, he's been round. Well, it's had a mistake.
The leaders are going for it, Owen. Sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
Jamie's going to have DRS here on the back of Kyle. It's going to be easy, surely.
Well, depends how well Carl defends it, but right round the outside. J-Luke into turn 1. Looks to try and get the lead of the race here. Lots of wheel finding as well. The scenes of these two get it wrong, I must say, would be incredible. But J-Luke not able to get through on this lap. But look at the exit. This will be side by side in a very precarious part of the track if he decides to go for it. J-Luke. Oh, no way through, but he thought about it, Jacko.
Oh, it's something I want to see. Not an airplane crash, but a dangerous move that he can pull off. That'd be incredible up through there.
Arnold and Yuri didn't get any moves done either, by the way, on this lap, but they're also effectively in the same position that J-Luke's in. Mind you, the big difference here, of course, is that Kyle's on mediums, where the other guys in their fights are fighting softly soft. You'd imagine that J-Luke has the overwhelming advantage here. But we will see if he can try and get away through on the next lap. So he's played one of his hands. I'm sure he's got another method of overtaking at some point. And Kyle, I'm sure, has another method of defending too. As we head down towards turn 1 again. Jelly closing fast, but not close enough this time to go for a move. 6 to go here in Zandvoort. And plenty still to happen. Here comes Arnold. Having a look on the inside again, not really a full-blown move, a bit of contact as well, but no damage. And here comes Yuri as well.
It's a playoff point at hand.
Yuri might well get this one here, Jacko. Down towards turn 1, Splinter on the outside. Yuri right down the inside, late on the brakes, gets the exit, and he's back into P5, where I guess he'll argue he would have finished anyway, but no, he's got some good tyres, won't fall into the pack.
Good man, keep it up. Great to see him there at his home race. Shame he can't pull the Joker off with the one stop, but as you say, Owen, probably would have dropped down to P5 anyway because of the outright speed of Khalifa and Arnold, who are still battling, by the way. Arnold wants that P3 for the playoff point, finishing on the podium. J-Luke still close to Kyle. Oh, we've got a hell of a finish to this race, I'm telling you, as we approach 5 to go.
And there are going to be 5 very short laps as well, so there's not really much time to get this done. Look at the run now for JD. He's going to be out of ERS though before he gets to turn 1. He might be closing quickly now, but it might not be quite enough to get there. He'll have to brake late. Roy on the outside again. That's a very wide line. Lucky not to be sort of drifting towards the gravel there. But the move does not happen in for there. He's going to have to try something else if he wants to get this one done, I suspect.
I think Kyle's been preparing for that one all week.
Yeah.
He's got it covered off, hasn't he? Every time J-Luke tries something, he's doing just enough. But at the same time, equally, leaving a car's width as well, if J-Luke does go for that move.
I wonder if J-Luke might just fancy sitting in the DRS and not using the ERS for a lap or two. Just to build it up so he has enough to, slingshot past. If he had enough ERS there, he would have just been able to get by just on the straight line speed alone, but he would have had to rely on the brakes this time round. Say on this DRS zone and maybe the next one, just don't use the ERS because the DRS is enough to keep you close anyway. Yeah. And then go for the attack later. But I guess it's all about thinking about tactically. I'm sure they're both thinking about their tactics. And let's see how they go about it this time. Looking from the rear view of Kyle, something that he will be looking at as well. I'm sure he's going to run out of ERS himself now. Does J-Luke use his? No, I have a feeling he's got the stream on. Here's my advice there. You can thank me later if you can win this one, thanks to my impeccable advice. But yeah, what this does now, because that's, Kyle's gone and blown his ERS, and now J-Luke will be near enough maybe the 30s by the time he gets to another overtaking opportunity, which means he should have enough to get all the way down that main straight and past before turn 1, whenever he decides to go for it. That'll have Kyle a bit worried now that J-Luke didn't go for it on that lap. Maybe he'll be thinking the same thing. Will he be saving the ERS? When's he going to go for it? Will I have to go super defensive on the final lap? Or is he going to wait? What's going to happen?
I think Owen penalties might play a factor in this one as well. Kyle, traditionally with no warnings, J-Luke has 3 seconds to be added on.
For goodness sake, yeah, I don't get any graphics on that, so I have no idea. That's ruined it, hasn't it? Why did you have to tell me that? Couldn't you
because I didn't want you to call the wrong winner.
Well, you could have told me that after the move, man. Oh well. That's probably why he isn't too interested in passing now. Maybe my impeccable advice he hasn't been listening to that. He just thinks, you know what, it's not worth it. Right,
but it has been one of the more exciting Kyle wins, hasn't it? If he gets there.
Look at that from Arnold down the inside. Again, Cleveland leaves tons of space. Good respect between those two. Have they got any penalties to ruin the fight with?
Let me get back to you on that one.
And then obviously we've got Yuri. Still a splinter in his DRS. Could still be under pressure at the end of this race as well. Again, don't know about penalties for those two either. Let's just forget the penalties exist, yeah?
Well, Khalifa has 9 seconds of penalties owing.
Right, and Arnold, I say, doesn't?
Arnold, I can't even find Arnold. Oh, he's got none.
Right.
So, no flags. Car on the inside here.
Black car.
It's okay,
it's okay, yeah. Luckily, he didn't get beached on that curb. You never want to park on a curb. It could end quite badly for you, but he's alright. Back on the road again. Here comes J-Luke again. He is saving the ERS plenty, actually. He probably can go for the move, even if he doesn't mean much to him.
Bragging rights to win it on track.
Yeah, give us something to watch, man. I assume he's saving it all for the final lap so he can go full send on it, and Kyle will not be prepared for it with his ERS. He just
like he did in Bahrain against Khalifa.
Yeah. Now look at Splinter on Yuri now. Again, you should probably check their penalties at some point if you can, but that is also another fight that looks like it's going to go to the finish.
He's back from 0, Owen. This is a genuine fight for P5.
Good stuff, like a wee genuine fight for once. And again, these two, Yuri, slight disadvantage on the ERS, same way as Kyle is to J-Luke, so you could well see a very entertaining finish. Of course, one of these front two come together, that would be something, wouldn't it? I mean, that's always a possibility, you just never know with these two. We know J-Luke's had a few accidents this year, maybe some of them not his fault, most of them probably not his fault. But yeah, this will be a very interesting final lap. Hopefully, it's one we spend mostly side by side. Give us a good fight. There we go. Overtake is enabled. DRS is now being used, and Kyle has got nothing to defend with. Will J-League go around the outside this time and make it stick? Or will he go to his gun, stick with his gun, stay on the outside? Contact! But J-League does get through now. Unfortunately, with the penalties though, it kind of ruins it. And Arnold's been spun off! Now, can he get himself recovered and back onto the track? That was contact with Khalifa. He will be able to recover with Khalifa's penalties. Will Arnold still be able to close that gap again?
Well, don't forget, Khalifa has those 9 seconds, but
That's what I'm saying.
Arnold...
Will he be able to get within that? Not at the minute. Oh, maybe an unnecessary risk. I guess that's maybe why Jelly waited so long until he was absolutely sure he'd get it done, because that's what could have happened to him. But speaking of which,
he was pushing Khalifa all through there the last few laps. Finally paid for it. Got spun.
Right then. So J-Luke, he is leading coming to the last 2 corners. That's assuming that your information is correct, Jacko. We're going to be seeing Kyle winning again in JACKOCAR. Something that we've got very used to seeing now as he comes to the checkered flag. J-Luke's won it, so you were wrong.
J-Luke's won it.
Yeah.
So that means I had incorrect information from Tess.
I should have trusted my gut on that one. That means I couldn't milk that final lap. I bet you'll find that Khalifa had no penalties as well. He had no penalties. None of them have penalties. Oh my god, we've got an airplane accident, by the way.
Yuri P7.
Yeah, he did have penalties.
Yeah, so Tass is telling me everything incorrectly. I do apologise, though.
Right, well, we'll have to do that again properly. Just let me, J-Luke wins in Zandvoort! What a win. What a win. He made the move on the final lap. Great tactics. He was listening to me. He knew that I was right about saving the ERS until the end, and it worked out for him. Well done, J-Luke. Kyle. Ha ha. You lost for once. And you've also caused a pile-up in the process, so congratulations, you've killed people. We're just waiting for Mr. John now to cross the line. Will he become part of the accident as well, perhaps? Let's find out. Yes, he will. That's how nice of him.
John. Yeah. Quiet race for Mr. John. P18, not his best day, but made it to the end.
Yeah, he got to the end. TC, driver of the day. He did make a lot of positions, especially early on, but again, just not really going his way in terms of the championship. Right then, so J-Luke then wins. Wouldn't it be nice if he did it in his Toyota livery though? Instead he's had to do it in an ugly Lotus livery. But still, good to see Khalifa's on the podium as well. He's had a 1 and a 2 and a 3 then in his 3 races this season. I love a good stat like that.
Yeah, it'll be P4 next time.
It'll only get worse. Look, well. Right then, look at that. The lack of penalties in that top 6. That is impressive. But here is the results then. J-League has won from Kyle, Khalifa, Arnold Spencer, Jordan, Yuri, Camuevo, Pete, and Dexter. Your top 10 then outside. I know they all got points anyway, but leave me alone. TC, Enkiboard, Newgarden and Clyde, Vaza, OKK, Bill, Mr. John, and then the retirements. Paul, whose controller broke, and Connor, whose internet broke. And that will be us then. So, next week, it all gets decided who are the 10 that progress into the playoffs. Will be in Austria, I believe. Yes, Austria.
Austria, as just like last season.
Just like last season. And it was a wet affair last season. It really shook it up. And we saw a lot of late changes in that one. So you certainly don't want to go to Austria with us next week for what should be a dramatic race. But until then, I've been your constant own white. With me has been Jacko. If you're going to Carton on Saturday, I look forward to meeting you. For the rest of you, we'll see you next week. Oh yeah, wear your masks and safe travels and all that. Sanitize, yes, social distancing. Face shields as well are quite useful apparently. Anyway, see you. Safe travels.